Hello, I'm Whisper. This is Dyson's Sphere program, and we are going into Sandbox mode. The reason we are doing this is because over in our slow speedrun, we had to power a planet up with 2 of our self-powered Deuteron Fuel Rod assemblies, and I'd rather save those for this, our carrier rockets. And we're also at the point where we need to sort of get bigger, antimatter bigger. So, just to show you, antimatter 7.2 gigajoules. In an artificial star, it will run the star. It's 72 megawatts. It'll run it for 100 seconds. If we can make 2 a second, that's 200 of these in 100 seconds. And that means that it will power up 200 artificial stars. And 100 artificial stars is 7 gigawatts. 200 is 14 gigawatts. That should do pretty good with powering pretty nearly any planet. So that's what we're going to work on. Let's just clear out all of the stuff we don't want, because we're going to use the dark fog toys. Dark fog toys. 1 stack. 1 stack. We need those for critical photons, and we better use these. Alright, let's clear things out. And we'll come down and we'll start down here. We'll just do a long build to start with. Later in my own time I can sort of tighten it up, make it more square. Should I put there? I'll put there. Alright, we're going to have critical photons. And we have quite an amount sitting over in the slow speedrun game. So what we'll do is we will do just 2,000. We basically have so much that we can't burn the antimatter fast enough. It's an interesting problem to have. Alright, these boys. How many of these do I need? So let's look. One of those a second takes 12 antimatter and 12 hydrogen. Critical photons produce 2 every 2 seconds, or 1 of each a second, so that means 12 of these. Let's bring them out. It's far enough along. Now let's take the outputs. We'll put them over here somewhere for the moment, and let's mark the belts up. Come on, get out of the way. There we are. So, we probably don't need that. We pull in here, and we filter the antimatter to there and the hydrogen to there. If we don't filter it, the chances are good it'll jam up in a sushi belt. And I just don't trust sushi belts. Let us make this powered so we don't have all the blinking. Right, so there's the 12 antimatter a second we're going to need. To make 2 a second takes 24 seconds with dark fog. Divide by 3, and that's 8. Actually, I might bend those back and move this down a bit. Let's see how that's going to look. Yeah, I think that's going to do well. And as I said, 8, oh, not 10, 8. What else do we need? We need those, and we need an output belt. Right, let's do the output belt first. We'll take it and I guess we'll put it into there. And we may as well. We'll leave it to trickle up to maximum. It'll take hours, but what the heck. Not like we're in a rush. Now, other things we want in. What were they? That's hard to make, that's very easy. So what we'll do, let's mark these. Hard to make, and very easy. Where are we? There. Go away, mining machine. Okay, more blinking lights. Let's assume that we're going to come down here with that one at some other point, because we don't need much of that if I remember rightly. In fact, yeah, we need sod all, 1 a second, very easy. The next one here, not that, 1 a second of those, so those take 20 seconds, divide by 3, 6.666 dark fog toys. So 7, 9, it's going to... Tell you what, let's leave a little bit of a gap there. 7, and we'll move that over. Do we need that and that? In fact, we can bring that down like that, because we've left a gap. It's generally pretty easy to bring in stuff. Alright. So this is the constraint sphere. What were the other ones? That one's relatively busy to make, and that one's much easier to make. Let's go with the busy ones first. Let's put these in first. No, not in. I could technically move that over further. There's no real... I'll leave a big gap here. So, one of those a second requires one of these a second. We'll do them because they're the more busy work one with lots of steps. So one a second would normally be 4 assemblers, divided by 3. Is 1.333 reciprocating. Come on, you stop blinking. And they take I probably shouldn't have put it there. I probably should have put it further up. Just have it in line. Yeah. And the reason is that can just go there. Where are we? There. Yeah. We can bring the turbines in here. And then we can have the bring graphene along there. Yep, copper here. Graphene here. Yes. Nice and easy. In fact, we'll turn around and assume that you come down from somewhere up there later. Now, next step. One of these a second. Needs 2 of these a second. Those take 2 seconds. So again, it's 4, which becomes 1 1/3. Or 2. Now they need magnetic coils. So we'll pull in magnetic coils and electric motors. And we'll just assume that one keeps coming through. Done. So that's 2 of those a second. 2 of those a second is 4 of those a second. And 4 of those takes 2 seconds per, so that's 8 assemblers. Divide by 3 is 2.666. which is 3 of these. Oops. 3 of our lovely dark fog toys. It's so nice being able to make things tight, as it were. Alright, now what do you guys need? Alright, let's stop this blinking. Alright, iron. It was iron? It was iron. Gears. We will be having these. Right. And we come, iron gears. That is on the wrong one. You should be there, and you are there. Better. That's that. Yes. All right. Okay, magnetic coils. How many of those do we need? So we've got one here. We've got none there. So 2 times 2 is 4. Plus another 4 is 8. And they take 1 second to make 2. So that's 4. So that means 2 dark fog toys making our lovely magnetic coils. Let's just do that. Now, for that we need magnets coming in. So, there's our magnet. Yeah, that's... and with the magnet. That's it. Very simple. So we've got them covered. These. One of those is 2 of them. 2 of them is 4 of them. 4 of them is 4 of them. Or again, 2 dark fog toys, making slightly over the amount we need. Let's just bring things along. So that gives us everything for that. What's the next thing we want? Let's go through. We've got all that. Do that later. Going through this. 1 a second requires 3 assemblers normally, or 1 dark fog assembler. Well, that's actually quite easy. We just take it all the way down there. is right down to where it's needed, and that's the only thing that needs it. So that requires... hang on. We do not have any further need for that belt. We might bring that in elsewhere up here. Let's have a look later. Because we have to make 2 of them and 2 of them a second. Well, that is going to be really easy. That's one dark fog machine will just overkill that. Easy, easy, easy. And it's right here. So what we'll do is we will just go right to there. This is going to be massive overkill. That's alright. And because what we want is so simple, we just pull that, that, and let's go and do that. Oh, what happened there? Now I guess we want to bring in the microelectronic components. So that is way more than that needs. To be honest, we could direct inject it. In fact, yeah, let's direct inject it. We have no need to do it that way. Which could be handy because that means... well, let's pull this in. And you, my lad, could be something else entirely. Let's have a look, see. Oh. In, out, yes. Okay, microelectronics, we want 2 a second. They take 2 seconds, so that's 4 machines. 2 machines and a little left over. Oh, what am I doing? This is the one. And what we want is kind of... that is silicon, say. Not required there. The dark fog toys make things so nice and compact. Well, it's strung out 5 miles long, but you get the general picture. Alright, let's see. suppose we will start off with copper. 2 copper a second. That. Along with 1 copper a second for that. There's 2 of them, so it's 4 copper a second. And then we go to this one, which is another 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. There's another 2 copper a second, so that's 6 copper a second. Seven copper a second. 8 copper a second. Hang on, 7 copper a second. Let's have a look. 6 so far. Now we add that. That's another 1 a second, so that's 7 a second. Eight, 9 a second. Because it takes 1 copper per to make. So that's 3 smelters. 2 copper. Should I make a little more room? Nah. Let's see. We could bring in iron ore along here. Should we do iron or copper? Decide in a minute. Actually, we'll do copper along till there. And I say that because iron will only go a certain distance. Oops, there's a little bit more there. Done. Done and dusted, don't need any more of that. Let's see. We could how much silicon do we need? We can group. Yes, let's group. So silicon. For these, we need. Do we need 2 a second? So that's 4 silicon a second. 2 of them times 2 is 4 a second. Or 2 smelters making silicon plate. This is going to be a little bit irregular, but what the heck, it won't hurt. And in fact, the silicon plate can come along like this to there. Or do we want to bring in silicon here? Let's think a bit about that. could bring that to there. And then bring that to there. Yeah, alright. We can definitely do that. That's done. Alright, so what else do we need? We could do with some of that. Magnets, how many do we need? Done. 1, 2 a second. 2 twos, it's 4 magnets a second. Plus 4 times 1 is another 4, 8 magnets a second. 3 making magnets. Okay. We haven't gotten to the iron yet. That will be very soon. Do we need iron down here? I don't think we need any more iron ore. I don't think so. We'll assume we don't. Alright, iron. One a second, 2 a second, 4 a second. So it's 3 pieces of iron. Times 4 is 12 iron. Or 4 smelters making iron plate. I think we need one making steel as well. So that might be another one. Or maybe 2. Let me just check them. We need more for that too. Alright. So we might need another one. Or another 2. Let's see. 1 second is 2 a second, 2 seconds, 4 a second, 3, 4, 12. And we need 1, 13, 14. Yep, we need a 5th one here. Okay. That is kind of surprising. It's long, yeah, but it can certainly be sort of bent around and what have you and restructured. So that's actually pretty decent. We could easily put two of something in here type of thing. We won't go on about that. Let's see. What else do we need? Alright, so we've got everything. This is what we need next. One every second. It takes 12 seconds to make 4. Divide by 3 for dark fog is 4 every 4 seconds or 1 every second. It takes 1 a second, 1 a second, and 2 a second. Alright, that is going to be fairly easy, I would expect. Should we? Where should we do this? Honestly, we want to go straight from iron to steel. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll put down one more of these. You won't be going there. You will be going direct inject into an iron steel smelter. Because we don't need anything else taking that. And that will make 1 steel a second. Let's just double check. Normally it takes, that makes 3 iron a second, becomes 3 iron a second, becomes steel a second at 3 times rate, yes. And then we can just pull you down here. Where should we pull you through to? We might, no, we might not. We might do you here. And this will be our steel line. Way down here. Where should we make that? A titanium smelter. Direct inject. Ooh. We are going to need acid. We are definitely going to want some warpers. That means titanium ore, because we are not going to be able to get both of those and down this end. Actually, we could. Let's think about that. That could direct inject into yes. And we could bring this in at this end. Let's look at doing that. If we say bring that way, it won't be a smooth drop, but bring you over. Now, we say goodbye there, and then take down to there. That works. And then we can have an ILS on the other end. Which will bring in acid and yes, I think that is a plan here. Do not need any more of that. So we have that. Not necessary there. Go. And here we will bring in the other items we need. Oh, I guess it. Silicon. We will probably need to, oh yuck, run warpers from there down to there. Makes sense. The yuck still. There we go. Now we just need titanium acid out to there. Say to about there. We will assume, how many do we need? Double check this. Remember it was only 1 and 1. So we're making 1 a second, and you need 1 a second, and we'll get whatever we get from that. Only needs 1 building. Oh, and those take how long? 4 seconds to make 4, 1 a second. Yes, alright. 1, 1, 1. Space it out for direct inject. Oh. Roll 1. Melter. Now you to be that. You to be that. Don't need any more than that. Excuse me. Ah, that's not you. It's you. You are this. Covers it all. Should we? Suppose we probably should put another one here, just to make sure everything's covered, no matter where it's put on the planet. Now you, actually, titanium alloy. And let us go. And connect you down here. Funny how direct injection works. Honestly, sometimes it's better than messing around with belts, especially in cases like this. Alright. Alright, I guess we let her up. Didn't take long to make antimatter now, did it? Now, here we are making these. Do we have enough of things? I hope so. Iron, good. All the way down to the end of there, yes. You seem to be a little bit short on... Maybe it needs to saturate more. Probably does. Are you going to catch up? Interesting. Maybe we need another one of these. Making magnets. Oh, of course we do. Magnets are... Whisper, that was very silly. Magnets take 1.5 seconds, not 1 second. So we are short 2 magnet makers there. What can we do? Yeah, we're short magnets. Derp. Easiest, I guess, will be to run this down a little more. Maybe there. At this point, anyway. I mean, this is just cheap and nasty what I'm doing, but hey, sometimes you just don't have a lot of options when you stuff things up like I did. That will help things catch up. Yeah, now we're getting them through to the 1.5. That's better. Those are more consistent. That is consistent. Those are all running. Those are probably catching up because those need to catch up a bit. They're all running to the end, and how are we doing? Oh, yeah, alright. Apart from that little whoopsie with the magnets, melters, yeah. Yep. I wonder if we could maybe do with another one of these as well. We might need a little bit more silicon. Let's double check. Silicon. We need how much? A second. That's 4 silicon a second. Silicon takes 2 seconds. So that's 8. Yep, we are short one of these. There you are, another whoopsie. Yeah, caught live. So, I'll just put what can I do? Yeah. This is just an interim. And that will help that catch up, which will help that lot catch up. Because that's a little bit starved. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Here's a 9 divided by 2 is 4.5 a second. And we need 4 seconds, so we're doing good. And that ought to make sure that all of these get enough. Let's hope anyway. Running, you're definitely backing up on the particle containers, and maybe we are a little bit short. No, I think maybe it just needs to catch up, because yeah, everything's caught up. And there, it's stopped again. It starts again. Seems to be working well anyway. Once I caught my 2 whoopsies. But there are more whoopsies to catch. Don't really need much in the way of that. And they are backing up easily. Probably because we had a bit of a slowness on these. Appears to have caught up now, so such overkill. Copper looking alright. Yep, slightly backing up, which is good. That's what we want to see. Don't care too much about those. Yep, on the whole I consider it eventually successful. We definitely have plenty of iron plate and magnets. Sorry, not magnets. Gears. Although, yeah, definitely plenty of magnets too. Potentially only need 4. Let's work how many magnets we need. 2 2s are 4, and 4 is 8. That's 9 magnets a second, or 8. Divided by 3 is 9 times 1.5. Yeah. We could do with only... Let me just quickly grab the calculator. Nah, 4.5 smelters for magnets, so that's what it is. We're caught up with them. So yeah, I would say that is pretty much good. I mean, if we want, we could definitely hook it into a... yeah, let's do that. take off our power supply, purely for testing purposes. Oh dear, nothing's running. Whatever shall we do? What am I doing here? Is that going to be enough space? Let me see. Whatever shall we do? A little bit underpowered. So we would need 4 just to power itself. Still, that's interesting in its way. Shall we do it? Just for the giggles. Getting there. Fully powered. Or powers itself at any rate. So if we put in 100, there would be loads of extra power floating around. Oh, and we haven't even proliferated yet. Should we proliferate? Well, I have to say it would be rude not to proliferate, now that I've thought about it. And very easily to do. Good thing about proliferation, we'll talk about that in a moment. Technically I should proliferate that. As it goes into the tower. And I probably will unlimit it. But, yes, sorry. I digress. Good thing about proliferation is, okay, you don't get extra power from it. However, because all you get is production speed up. However, the power rod itself it only burns faster, which gives you a little bit of extra, shall we say, I don't know how to put it, a bit of an extra fail safe. It will burn faster and put out more. Actually, I will take out all of those. You get more maximum output. So here it is, it doubles the maximum output. So if you can keep feeding it, you just need less of these. And if you just use the same amounts and you have a good stockpile, if an emergency comes along, you still have a you haven't gone to that yet. You still have a buffer reserve type of thing. I mean, essentially, just comes through. You have come through. The whole thing is running on 2, where before it took 4 of them. So it can be handy. Same with these. The Strange Annihilation. It will burn twice as fast, which gives you can use less of these, or you can use the same number, and if there's an emergency and you have a good number, it will ramp up to deal with a short emergency. Alright, I think that's pretty much all of that. So, I've gone a bit over an hour. We'll just stop my mumbling there, and cheers. I will basically crunch it down into a smaller area than this long strung out one later. Cheers, and enjoy Dyson Sphere program.